Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dharma practitioners, when it comes to our human life, you always need to remind yourself you belong to time. So, by the time this everything going to change and everything going to go away. So, then moment by moment, yourself, you have to be very clear what you need out of this life. So, when it comes to that, so whatever you want, if you develop it with the self-centered mind or the egocentric idea, remember that your goal or your desire going to take you to another existence. So then you have to be wise. When we born as human beings, more than any other animals, we have one skill, we have one gift. You born with the light already lit in your heart. All other animals doesn't have that light. They have the darkness in their heart, in their life. But you born with the light. So you have to be smart. You have to be wise. You have to be skillful yourself to find that light and see the light within each other. But more than the light, when it comes to our ordinary life, what we see, out of that light, the shadow, the darkness exists inside us. We always experience ourselves, and mostly we see the dark side of the other people rather than seeing the light. But remember, it is your choice. When it comes to yourself with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, it is a bliss that you have opportunity to experience this world. Anytime it can disappear. But when you experience the world, remember that out of this world, out of this perception, if you misuse your inner light, and if you use the darkness to see your perception, or if you develop the connection with the dark side of you, this world can become a university. This world can be a school which you can gain a degree out of the greed, hatred, or the delusion. It like the prison. The most of the prisons in the world, it's like innocent people. Once they go to the prison, they get the degree regarding becoming a criminal. They come out of the prison and knowingly how to be a good criminal man. So this world also like that. Sometimes out of this worldly experience, we develop the greed, hatred, and the delusion, and we become very good at with that skills. And when we leave the world, we leave the world with that skills. So then be very careful. Don't use your darkness to build the connection with the world. Always use the light yourself. And that is what the meaning of the present moment. The tranquility state or the present moment, the most powerful and most beauty of the present moment is, remember this, your thoughts become action. That is the most powerful thing happening in the present moment. Your thoughts become action. Your inner transform to your outside. So then make it in a nice way. Make it in a good way. Why? Because once it become in outer action, and it start to create a path for you to walk through that. So then it become your journey, it become your sansara, it become your future. So it is your own responsibility. Out of your inner thoughts, you have opportunity to create action. That action create the path for your tomorrow. So then make it a very good path for you. Create a very nice future for you. Until you attain to the Nibbana, we have to keep going through this journey. So in these pandemic situations, we came to experience in a physical level, wash our hands and wear a face mask and keep the social distance and make it spiritual yourself. And don't interfere with the unnecessary actions. Stay away. Sometimes when you get tired with doing work with someone, and when you go away from that action, sometimes we say, I wash my hands. That's mean you get out of the action. You are not going to interfere with that action anymore. So in day-to-day life, develop your behavior and wash your hands every day. It is not for thus only this COVID-19 virus. This entire sansaric journey is like a virus. Sansara itself a virus. So to get out of that sansara, wash your hands. That's mean stay away from unnecessary work. Don't interfere with others' unnecessary work. If there is something necessary, do it with the mindful and with the compassion heart. If there is a situation that you have to act, do it with your inner light, not with your inner darkness. Do it with the loving kindness, compassion. Do it with the generous heart. Do it with the gratitude. Do it with the inner beauty. Do it with the inner happiness. So that way, you can get out of this samsaric virus little by little. And wearing face mask, that you have to be very limited with the communication that you keep doing with others. So don't tell lies and don't tell harsh words. Don't tell bad words. Don't hurt others. And always remember that your word is so powerful. Look at the Buddha's life. Look at the Jesus. Look at the Prophet Muhammad. They all left with the beautiful words to the world. That's it. And people memorize it. And then they memorize generations to generations. This all the teachings came orally. And that is not easy. They give up their whole life and devoted to memorize the Dharma, the teachings, and gave it to next generation. This just the words. You also have that capacity. Remember, once you leave this world, what are the people going to talk about you? What you leave to this world? What you leave as words to other people? What they're going to remind about you? So then while you're living, be mindful to say nice things to others. Empower with your words. Share the love. You can hit somebody punching to other people's face, and maybe they get a damage, they get a pain. That physical pain will go away, and maybe you put some balm or you can put some oil, and then later the body going to heal itself. Even maybe the blood will come out of your punch, but still it going to heal. But how about if you share the love with others, if you say the nice word with others, and that word's going to be with them till in the sansaric journey. And if you say bad words, remember, if the people get hurt out of your bad words, your ugly words, remember that hurt going to go with them. That is not good for you. So wearing just the face mask you to get out of this virus? No. Remember, it is a kind of like do a spiritual face mask yourself. And how? Be very careful with your words. And always when you tell something, remember to tell things with the love and compassion. And maybe the other people going to do some mistake, especially with your husband, wife, children, friends and family members. Just imagine, when you shave yourself, if you get a cut, you're not going to cut this whole part of your face and you throw it away. If you, when you're cooking, maybe you little bit get, your finger get little cut, but that doesn't mean you don't cut your hand and throw it away. Maybe when you cut your hair, maybe little bit go wrong, and that doesn't mean you're going to shave like this, you know the like monks. So you're going to be okay with that. It is your part, it's going to heal by itself slowly. Maybe you put a little plaster and you take care it very nicely, and you don't get mad with it. The same thing with your husband, wife, children, friends and family members. When they make a mistake, you don't get mad with them and you don't cut them out of your life. You don't throw them out from you, because it is a part of you. When it comes to just the family, you are a part of that. So that you have to have that inner understanding. It is, when meditation means, it does not only just you close your eyes and observe inhalation exhalation. That the present moment is bringing the connection to yourself. Your head to toes, your whole body work towards one direction. Each and every thought start to work towards one direction. Each and every cell in you, atom in you, start to work towards one mission. So when it comes to your life, you have to remember, it is just not only practicing yourself. You have to develop that harmony to this outside world in this conventional life. So then each and everyone, whatever the mistake that they does, it's okay. Don't blame to them. Don't say bad words to them. Don't hurt them. Don't put them in a hard time. Just repeating again and again and again and again, telling things. No, just put a spiritual mask, and that will help you to get out of this samsaric virus. And keep the social distance. You no need to associate each and everyone. Sometimes other people need a break from you. Give that space for them. And maybe you need a break from others sometimes. Just take that break yourself. And always, the gathering, and trying to be with somebody, being with somebody, even physically or mentally, no. Find the peace within yourself. Develop a tranquility state yourself. And develop a good strength and courage yourself to grow just by yourself. Don't be a beggar, and don't try to depend on others, especially emotionally. Just imagine yourself. If you become like that way, for the moment it's going to be okay, but it's going to be hard for even other people. If you cannot just be yourself even for a day, for a night, and maybe just not only you, other people going to be worried about you. And not only for a one day, it's every day that other people become worried about you. So then leave others, give the freedom, give the break to other people around you, and keep your spiritual social distance yourself every day, little bit. Get out of all the thoughts, and get out of all the past, whatever happened in your life. Get out of all the dreams. Of course, we are, the human beings that we like to dream. So get sometimes, just for a moment, get out of it. Be completely free yourself. Be empty yourself. And that emptiness create a spiritual social distance yourself to find the inner balance. So that way yourself, You develop some kind of cultivation in you, development in you to become free yourself. Because when it comes to freedom, you born with the feathers. Remember that. The wind already around you, even the wind already ready before you come to this world. Look, 2600 years ago, the Buddha came to this world and gave this beautiful Dharma. Prophet Muhammad came to this world and, gave this all the beautiful teaching. And Jesus came to this world before you born, thousand years ago. It happened, but still look, it survived. And generations to generations, your forefathers, your grandparents, sacrificing their life, energy, money, protected this Dharma to you. So that's mean the wind already waiting for you. And you born with the feathers. You no need to struggle to look for the feathers. The wind is there, you have the feathers. Only what you need. Cut the roof. Cut the roof that you hold it to your back, yourself. It is inside you. You have the greed, hatred, and the delusion that hold you back. That not allow you to fly. So once you take a decision yourself to cut the rope that hold you back, you're going to be free. To cut that, you have to be smart yourself. You have to sometimes you have to take a strong decision yourself. So it is a profitable skill. It's not going to happen overnight. No, it's kind of like a bungee jumping. It's kind of like going to have a ride the world highest roller coaster. You have to, even though you have desire. See, sometimes people go to close to it and they say, no, 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 I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But if you keep doing it, you get that skill. So like that, cutting this inner nature is a skill. In the present moment, you have to do it, not by thinking, dreaming, not in the going to do it in the future. When your thoughts become action, you have to make it clear from the greed, hatred, and the delusion. Can you do it? Not in the past or not in the future. When your thoughts become the action, because maybe regarding your past thoughts, you are very nice. You have done a lot of good things. Maybe in the future, you're dreaming to do a lot of good things. But how about in the present moment with your bodily, verbally, and mentally action? Can you cut the greed, hatred, and the delusion? That is what you need. That is the the beauty of becoming in the present moment. So try it. Then it anymore not going to become kind of like a dream. It's not going to be kind of like a wish. It's not going to be kind of like a plan. Why? Because you already in that moment. So when it comes to that, where you should start? You have to start in this very moment with your capacity. So during Buddha's time, there was when the monks go for Pindapata or the Dana or look for lunch, sometimes homeless people, beggars go behind the monks. Why? Because sometimes people whoever prepared the food, once they gave something to monks, and if there's something left over, they give it to these homeless people also, beggars. Or maybe sometimes monks used to give something back. So one day in the palace, there was a huge ceremony for Buddha and all the monks. So 500 monks came to visit the palace, and according to the king's invitation, and it was a huge ceremony. So behind the monks, there were a lot of beggars, homeless people went. Why? They knew, and when they go to to that place, and they can get some lot of left over. So, but there were only 499 monks. Most venerable, the Mugalang, was not there at that moment. Buddha and all other monks. So, you know, the Mugalang, one of the Buddha senior student, and so he was not there. All other 499 monks went there, and they sat for the dana to receive the lunch. And all the beggars went behind the monks, and they didn't allow to get into inside the dana hall, the lunch hall, and they everyone waiting outside, and the gate closed. All the once the monk entered, the gate closed. It was inside the palace, and all the beggars was outside. So the king start to offer the dana, and at that time, and once they offer the dana, then king ordered to give some dana to the food to this homeless people also, while these monks, the Buddha and the monks having lunch. And then the king saw the next to the Buddha, there was an empty seat. And the 400 monks, and he didn't count. And then while offering the dana, he asked, "Oh, Venerable Sir, this empty seat, to whom this empty seat?" "Oh, King, Venerable the Mugalang is still on the way. He will come soon." So then by the time outside the palace, the beggars received little food, each and everyone. And one beggar thought, "Look, we all people, we live, everybody live in the same city, and kind of like the same age. No, there's no difference in between us." This one beggar think, but still, the Buddha and all the monks went inside the palace, and then they closed the gates and gave some little food for us. And all the monks having lot of dana or many, you know, the food inside, but we have no capability to gain that things. Why this happened? Then he thought himself, maybe I have done something bad in my sansara. Otherwise, no reason, because I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't give anything. That's why I have no power to receive this anything. That's why I am a beggar in this life. That's why I received the leftover. That's why somebody else, whoever used to give in their life inside the palace, and the king and all other people inside the palace, and they get all the good food. But me, I am a beggar in the same city. And it's just the gate separate both of us. And because I didn't give anything. And he already had some little food in his hand. Then by the time Venerable Mugalang coming, and see this all the beggars, the homeless people, they got little food, and they were eating, enjoying. This beggar saw Venerable Mugalang coming. "Oh, this is a good opportunity for me to offer this dana, because I didn't give in my sansara. I just enjoy like my other friends. I didn't give. That's why I'm still beggar." So then he came forward before Venerable Mugalang entered to the palace. And as monks, whoever with the empty bowl, when he, the Venerable Mugalang walked towards the palace, he cannot tell, because he have the monks have the great compassion. Whoever come forward and try to offer dana, he need to accept. He cannot tell, "No, your dana no need for me. I have to go inside the palace. Monks cannot say no when they go Pindapata. So this beggar came forward and he had the opportunity to offer it to the Venerable Mugala. And what the Venerable Mugalang, he opened the begging bowl and accept the food. While he put that food inside the begging bowl, the king asked from Buddha, Venerable Sir, who is missing? Why this empty seat? Oh, Venerable Mugalang on the way. So the king knew the gate is closed and he was so hurried to come and open the gate. And when he opened the gate, he saw this beggar already offer it to Venerable Mugala. And the king was shocked. Why? Because he thought, I am the king. 400, I, I, I was planning to give dana to 500 monks. But even though I am the king, I didn't have that opportunity. Why? Because I did only for 499. And look, this beggar, this homeless person, he had the opportunity to give the dana to one monk. And he saw and he was so happy. You know, when you do good things, when somebody else do good, mostly you don't get jealous about it. There are some people, they get there, but the king was so happy to see this this homeless person offering dana to Venerable Mugala, and he appreciated and allow Venerable Mugalang to come inside, and then he had that the homeless person food, and then after that everyone gone, the dana ceremony finished. The king called this beggar and offered a huge piece of land and told, I am so blessed like you person in my kingdom. Why? Because always people fighting to gain something to themselves. And sometimes I am so tired helping poor people. Why? Because they asking. They never practice giving. I am so blessed to see like you homeless person. Just the little food that you received, you offer it to the monk. And the right away, see how the karma effect. And the king gave him a huge piece of land and told, and you can do your farming and earn something and doing practicing meritorious activities, you can live yourself very freely. And during that time that he get out of that homeless situation and became a millionaire. So that is the power of the present moment. Remember, you also have the power to transform your entire life to different situation if you become wise. So you have to start with whatever you have and whatever the situation that you go through. Don't wait to do miracles that until you attain to the liberation. As an ordinary person, there are a lot of things that you can do. There are miracles that you can do. So maybe you don't get the miracles yourself, but you can be a miracle to others in your life. And in day-to-day life, there are a lot of people need your compassion, need your loving kindness, need your generosity. There are a lot of people, they need your gratitude. So just like to share, try to share your life with them. Then itself it's going to become a miracle to you. So that is the power of the present moment. And use it and empower it, activate it inside you. So don't miss that opportunity. Why? Because we don't know what will happen tomorrow. And we can gather in this very moment. Just imagine, when I show this plane to you, each and everyone around this program, you all can see this as a blue. Look, and some people from far away from different countries, and some close by here, some from California or some from another different states. But each and everyone, we all can see at the same moment, we all can see this the same thing. That is the power of the present moment. So once you don't need to think about like that bigger level. Even in a family, sometimes in there is a moment come, there is one person in the family, everybody need the compassion, everybody need the love, that how to put the loving kindness on that person, everybody need to put the empathy on that person. But what we does, when somebody make a mistake, what we does, everybody come and start to blame that person. It knowingly or unknowingly, something happened. Maybe if it is really, maybe it is really bad. Then what happened? Everybody, one person start to blame, then everybody blame, everybody blame. It's same like look at the social media sometimes. When somebody do some wrong thing and you know it is wrong, what you does, you share it. Then everybody share. It go around the world. Don't do that. Why you become part of to share the shit? No, you are bigger than that. Your hands, your heart is more pure than that. Don't be a part of the shit. Do something beautiful. Be a flower in a garden. Give the beauty. So that's in the world, that's how you can do. That is your contribution. That come out of your present moment. So then each and every day, if somebody in your family do a mistake, don't invite others and don't put your words on that person and don't blame to that person. No, bring the compassion. Because once you start, that will be an invitation for each and everyone to have the compassion. Remember, you are bigger than you think. And remember, there are other people follow you, even in a family. And as a husband, wife, as a mother, father, sometimes children, they follow. Oh, I do whatever my mother say. Oh, I do whatever my father say. Oh, I do whatever my brother. So recently when I had the program for children, and one child told, I don't care about my parents, but I follow my sister. Why? I asked why. Because she is always with me, and whatever she tell, I am willing to do that. See, it's everywhere. It is not from the Tripitaka. It is from the in day to day life. So that's why remember, sometimes you don't know who follows you. So that's why remember, you have the most beautiful moment, that is the present moment. That means your thoughts become action, and that action create the path for your future. So be very careful. You have an inner light. Use that light to empower your present moment with the loving kindness, compassion, generosity. So whatever the situation around you, there is a way you can transform that situation to beauty. Like that, the homeless person, the beggar did it. So remember, then in your life, whatever situation come, use that moment. With anyone around you, use that. And that is where you're going to understand how beautiful this human life, and how powerful this human life, because only human can do that. Other any animals cannot do it. Why? Because they are carry the dark side of the life. So then you are the one who have the light, and always keep that light in front of you. Don't behave like you are in the darkness. That is the day you're going to transform yourself, and that is the day you're going to empower other people with the light, and that is the day you're going to get out of this sansaric journey, this darkness, and gain the inner wisdom, inner light, which we call liberation, transformation, or the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So, with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabrogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava ettavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe devanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhutanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe sattanumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.